Hello and welcome, all my beautiful, vibrant souls who are Aries, have big Aries placements, or who are cross watchers for Aries to your month ahead predictions. This is going to be looking at the month of March 2024. You guys, I always say the March of month whenever I'm doing monthly predictions for this particular month of the year. So I finally am getting that shit under control. I also want to say a very happy birthday to my March Aries out there. Y'all are rare, but y'all are rare birds, but beautiful birds nonetheless. So this is going to be looking at your month ahead, and what I really want to look at is where are the energies of luck, expansion, and abundance extra supportive to you in this month ahead. So without further ado, let's get into it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great February. I'm actually going to take 2 cards for you. What are you guys even up to? I'm loving the vibe. I myself am a Western chart Leo, like Leo sun. So I have a soft spot in my heart for Aries. Leo and Aries they go together. At the bottom we have Tantric Journey, and it is upside down. And I know I say Tantra, everyone rushes to like butts and sex. And that's what everybody thinks about. But Tantra is really just like a practice of using the 5 senses, the physical body, to be grounded in the present moment in order to achieve more joy, more happiness, more peace, etc. I almost feel like something that's happening is you guys, this is 42, so that reduces to a 6. There might be a situation in an interpersonal relationships, in an interpersonal relationship, or in general, a pervasive pattern in your relationships where you have tried to be very patient. It has taught you a lot of lessons. It has helped you learn to let things grow over time. But there's something where I'm almost getting this energy of, okay, we've waited long enough. Like, this isn't improving, or we're going to do this a different way. Which obviously, normally, I'm sure you guys have heard the stereotype that Aries can tend to be impulsive. So whatever this has been, you've been practicing or strengthening your patience. Like I said, your resiliency, your compassion, your better qualities, right? And again, being present in the moment, being grounded in the moment, not jumping to a conclusion or rushing off in one direction, or writing something off too quick. I feel you are being released from that this month. I feel many of you you're making a definitive decision to move away from something that is just like, you've grown a lot through this practice, but it has served its purpose. Sorry, my hair is crazy. So the throat chakra with card 5. You guys are speaking a truth. You're making a decision. I like this for you. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. You are communicating something, and you're going to be very supported in this in order to bring yourself back into balance and to find a sense of inner peace. Again, you may have been like waiting on somebody. There may have been a relationship that just with that tantric energy that was sexually based, and you were waiting to see if it was going to turn into more. That was very much grounded in the present moment, but never grew past that. And you guys are just like, you know what? F this. Like, this will not do. No. I feel like you guys are really trying to be patient and stick it out. And again, like, work on those qualities within yourself. You've done your time. You've put in the work. Excuse me. Many of you are going to be looking at this and being like, you know what? I feel satisfied with the effort I put in here. Synergy, you have the number 5 coming out twice. Okay, so 5 might be a significant number. March 5th might be particularly significant, or the 15th of March, the 14th as well. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. I feel like what sparks this is you guys are either going to straight up get an offer, or you're going to have something. Maybe you were trying to kind of decide, do I stay where I am, give it more time? I won't be surprised if the 7 of Pentacles comes out either upright or reversed. Or do I cut and run? Somebody might be coming in with an offer, and it's kind of like, do I stay? Do I stay here? I feel like you guys are just like, no, you know what? I've given this situation, this person, this opportunity more than enough time to blossom and grow, and it is not happening. There's a card that's getting my attention, and I want to just look at it real quick. Belief. Okay. 11, master number coming through. So there's ascended masters working with you. I feel like, this always looks like a compass to me. I feel like you guys are you are leaping forward in the direction that you are being guided. And there's a sense of trust here. Like, I feel like you've also undergone a restoration with your self-trust is something I'm getting. This could be something where there's a lot of pieces here, because I'm kind of jumping all over the place. There's like a lot of pieces of your journey, pieces of you, pieces to this puzzle. And it's kind of like it all sort of coalesces. I think you've been thinking about it for a while. That just scared the shit out of me. Just the light on the wall. I was like, okay, whoo. That was terrifying. Okay. I'm fine here. I'm like a baby. I'm just getting startled by lights. I'm like, oh, what the hell was that? Anyway, so, it's 555 on the timer. There's a sense here where it's like, there's a lot of pieces. You may have been mulling this over for a while, and now there's there's like a belief that you will be, supported, a belief that you've assessed the situation correctly, a belief that you've put in your best effort, and a belief in yourself to be able to communicate what you want and what you don't want and make some type of decision definitively. So I'm liking this quite a lot. There is a new energy frequency. Even if you don't have something in mind or an offer that like you tangibly are aware of, there is a new energy frequency you have been calling in that will be manifesting very quickly if it's not already in your life. And this is, again, because I feel a lot of you sense that it's time to let go of this other thing, because there's something that wants to come in that's going to be like this beautiful sort of combination of your energy and their energy, or the old and the new, the parts, the old parts of you want to keep, and the new parts of you want to welcome in, something like that. I want to look at this but not take it. Communication. Okay. Whether there's at least one other person, involved in this, whether you know them or not in the 3D reality, you are telepathically communicating. This is what I mean. There's an energy coming in. You are in synergistic alignment with someone new, with something new. 21, the number 3 might be important. Could be, obviously it's the third month of the year, March 3rd, March 30th. I was going to say March 33rd. Girl, what? This also could be somebody's life path number. Somebody could be born on the 3rd of a month, potentially. But there's a sense here where even if you don't know this person yet, even if you don't know, you're not aware of what this other energy is, you are already energetically connecting with it, right? If this is a job, you are already kind of energetically tapped in. You are entangled. If you like to get into quantum shit, you are already entangled with this, and it's coming through stronger than ever. That's why. And I feel that's going to be the push point to give you guys the courage to finally trust yourself, trust what you have to say, trust your path. I want to, again, look at this one, but not take it. Yeah, inner strength, 14. So again, the number 14, 41, 5, those kinds of numbers are going to be really significant. We talked about that March 14th and 15th. Solar plexus chakra energy coming through. This is where I feel like, look how even there's the burns and the old stuff flaking away. The new you, the expanded you, the higher consciousness version of you is radiating out. It is very magnetic. It is very attractive. And that's why, we have truth at the bottom with a 5. What is it with you guys and the 5s? I don't even know, man. But with communication, this is what I mean, is that it's that entanglement. You are radiating out this new, very empowered energy within yourself. And that is exactly what's calling this in expeditiously. And I feel that's going to be the push that you guys need. Third eye, visualization. Yeah, psychically you are connected with this very, very heavily. Excuse me. I'm noticing the 4 little stars here. So again, it's making me think of kind of a compass energy. There might be 4 aspects to this, 4 wishes, 4 things that are tied into this. 4 segments to this. So maybe something happens, in month 1 and then month 2. So something happens in March, one thing in April, one thing in May. There's something sequential that's going on. There's 4 blessings wrapped up in whatever it is that you are, or with synergy, possibly 4 people coming together. 4 things that are all going to be aligning. That's why this feels so powerful and it feels really good and high vibrational, is because you've been calling this in, whether you're just daydreaming about it or you're planning it out, you're doing vision boards. You can feel intuitively that there is something that is meant for you. And even look at the distortion of the eye in the water. It's I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know Like you're starting, I feel like many of you are starting to have visions of a different life for yourself, or a different version of yourself to inhabit that life that you want. And that's what's calling it in, right? I really like this. 28, that reduces to a 10. So the end of a cycle, which also reduces to a 1. Like I was 10, it was like 10, 10 as I said that, which also reduces to a 1. So there is a new beginning. But let's get some details. Can you clarify throat chakra, please? Spirit, please, and thank you. Magician, look at you. You could have Gemini and Virgo placements as well. All about communication. The Fool in reverse. A lot of you are like, nah, that ain't it. That's what you're talking about. And Temperance, there's that 14. So again, the 14th, the first also might be important. I always look at the Fool as Aries energy. Most people view it like Aquarius, so take that as it resonates, as you will. Some of you, what I'm getting, there's a sense here with the Fool in reverse. I was immediately getting the word renewal. You are not renewing something. You might not be renewing a lease. You might not be renewing a contract. You might not be renewing a relationship, right? So maybe there's a significant anniversary that's coming around that's making you think of this. Maybe you set a deadline for yourself. Like if this person doesn't commit by XYZ, amount of time, or by this date, 11/11 as we're talking about that, if this person doesn't do this, I'm taking action. I'm communicating about something. I am, for a very small number of you, you could have been waiting for somebody to communicate. And it's like, if they don't say something by this date, I'm going to speak up. With synergy, some of you might be trying to bring you and someone else into alignment. And there's like a sense of like, if they don't say it by this point, I'm at least going to give it a shot. Because a lot of you are craving this synergistic energy, whether it's with the person you initially, or, the situation you've initially been investing into, holding out for, or someone is something entirely different. There's this new life, like I said, that is calling for you. And a lot of you feel that. So that's a smaller number of you, but a lot of you, this is like you are communicating in such a way to bring in healing. You are communicating in such a way to bring in balance. For some of you, you may have been kind of waiting to communicate with somebody until it was the right timing. You may have been on a healing journey yourself, healing your relationship with your personal power. You may have been waiting until you manifested something. And with a Fool in reverse, it's kind of like, this isn't happening, right? So let's say you wanted to wait to, I'm trying to think of a good example. Let's say you wanted to wait to, get really settled in a job before you kind of started to reach out to like a hobby group. There might be something where things at work are just not settling down. It's like, you know what, I'm not going to delay my happiness just because this is taking up a lot of my time and energy. Or if you wanted to get a promotion before you got into a serious relationship, it's kind of like some other aspect of it has been out of your hands. You've been very patient. You've been doing the work, and there's a sense here of release, right? I'm not going to delay my happiness. I'm not going to delay this next step. I'm not going to delay the opportunity to come into alignment and in harmony with something that's very, very beautiful, right? Temperance, something that's meant right, just for me. It's perfect for me. I'm not going to say no to something that's perfect for me while I'm waiting around for things to be, the conditions to be perfect. That's just silly. It's kind of the energy. Yeah, the 8 of Cups, you're leaving something behind. What are you leaving behind? The 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you are leaving behind a job. Some of you are leaving behind this lone wolf mentality. Some of you are leaving a particular partnership behind in favor of something more synergistic. What is this? The Star. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Aquarius energy. And the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. You've been working on being more consistent, more stable. Again, some of you might have had a thing of when I do this, when I reach this point, then I will go take these steps toward my happiness. Then I will reach out to this person. Then I will apply for this job. Then I will, move into this type of home or this neighborhood. Pardon my itchy nose. And I feel like it was this idea of what I'm getting is that either conditions had to be perfect in order to make your happiness come true, or you've been hyper-focused on doing it alone, or you've been hyper-focused on one particular way of accomplishing it and hanging up your happiness on another person, right? So if it's I really want a stable relationship, right? That's what the 3 of Pentacles can be. If it's I really want a stable relationship, you may have been waiting to see how things pan out with one person and it's just not coming together. And it's you know what? I'm not going to wait for this. I'm going to allow myself to move forward towards something that is really stable, towards something that is going to make me happy. Again, some of you were waiting to have a healing with somebody, and you're taking charge, whether you're kind of like putting it out there, you're leaving it all on the field. Again, there's a 10 and a 1, so an ending and then a new cycle beginning. You're kind of leaving it all out there on the field. You're just saying it. You're just going for it. And again, with the High Priestess, there's everything being revealed. Nothing, nothing is being held back. Your intuition is speaking to you very clearly, very loudly. So you're going to be following that prompting and that timing. What is this synergy about? What are you moving toward? The Two of Pentacles, greater balance. This also could be balance among opposites, right? So you and somebody else were kind of an opposites attract. Maybe you thought something wouldn't work, and it actually, you're like, you know what? I've had time to think about it, and I think we could have a healthy counterbalance with one another. Because that opposites attract energy, that can be really powerful if both parties come to that with like a sense of mutual respect, right? Mutual appreciation for how they compensate for each other's strengths and weaknesses. But if you don't have that, it can be an absolute, utter cosmic shit show. And there's like, there's a sense here where you might be creating better balance. Again, you and another person might be compromising. I do see that. The Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's a healing. That's what it is. There's a lack of peace, and that's where the synergy energy comes in. And the Page of Cups. There might be something where one of you needs to apologize, whether it's you to them to you, or there's a mutuality in the apology. It's kind of like this energy of, I feel like two people waiting for the other one to reach out a little bit. Yeah, judgment. A decision needs to be made here. I feel like this is a month where either this person is going to reach out to you, or you have a date, right? Maybe by the 14th or the 15th. It's like, if they haven't said something to me by this time, I'm just going to do it because I don't want to wait anymore. Some of you know that you want to mend fences with somebody, and it's like, it's not worth having, like holding out, waiting for them to say something first. Like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. But there's a sense where this synergy energy is about something being given to you. I feel to take you out of restlessness, to take you out of, with the Six of Swords in reverse, this unhealed energy. Excuse me. And to restore sweetness, to restore peace in your own life, to restore a sense of comfort and balance. Yeah, the sun, talk about that Leo energy we were talking about earlier. The sun and the world. There is something that looks like there's a leveling up, a graduation, a cycle is ending for you to find happiness, and anybody else who's involved in this with you to find it with you. I feel like, again, you guys are intuitively locked on. We have a lot of major arcana here. So you are intuitively locked on to this big change that is meant to bring you into this synergistic, happy energy. And it's kind of like nothing's going to get in the way of that. So like, let's say if there's somebody you're in separation with, or you're waiting for, like, you were kind of like trying to do some healing work, you're waiting for conditions to be perfect, waiting for them to reach out first, whatever it might be. It's kind of like, I've decided this person's my happiness. I'm not effing around with this. Like, I'm not going to wait. If this person makes me happy, why am I waiting for them to say something first or say what I want them to say? I'm just going to get it started myself. Like, again, it's leave it all on the field kind of energy. If this is somebody that you're like in some type of like kind of situation with, and you're waiting for them to make some type of decision or like commit to something, I feel like you're just like you're bringing it up. You're like, okay, should I get off the pot time? Like, we're either gonna, I need you to make some type of decision, or I'm going to move on in my life and find something else that works for me. I feel like you give this person a chance to answer if they have not yet kind of given you a firm response. But either way, you're heading toward your happiness because you're really prioritizing a sense of peace here. And I really, really like that. You're coming into like harmony within yourself first, and that's going to be mirrored back to you with what you're attracting into your life, which with, the world and the sun. A big cycle of limbo wrapping up, a big cycle of iniquity. Again, the Knight of Pentacles. This cycle has served to make you more patient, served to make you go slower, to slow down and figure out what you actually, what seeds you want to plant, what kind of garden you want to harvest. It has served its purpose, and now it is no longer necessary to be in limbo. And a lot of you have been feeling this energy for a while. So I want to clarify visualization. The Five of Wands in reverse. A lot of you, I feel like, have become discontent with the energies around you because, again, there's chaos, there's power struggle. It feels like there's, back and forth. There's nothing solid here, right? If you guys have shown up twice in that Knight of Pentacles energy, that's very different than the Five of Wands. And it's kind of like, I'm trying to be the Knight of Pentacles. I'm trying to be dependable. I'm trying to be consistent and peaceful and intentional in my actions. Like, do I really want to be surrounded by stupid crap? It's kind of the vibe here. Do I want to like spend all my energy trying to make this sort of peaceful life for myself, trying to improve myself, just to constantly be fighting off other people's influence or bullshit? Yep, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This may have like, I think this may have cost you something in the past. So maybe in the past this has cost you a solid relationship, or in the past this has cost you job opportunities, or it's just cost you your peace of mind. And it's kind of like, that's not worth it. My peace of mind's so damn precious. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, exactly. Some of you, you're wanting to get to that because the Knights always evolve then into the Queen, and then they evolve into the King. You're wanting to make it to that next stage with the Devil in reverse. I almost said the Dragon in reverse. Some of you are like, I got to slay the dragon to get to my peace of mind, meaning I got to cut these people out. I got to like make a decision to move away from this. I got to leave this job because you know what? If it doesn't get better, like this is it. This is the moment I'm going to put it out there. And if there is no answer, if there is no commitment, if it doesn't get better, that's my answer. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. It's like, I've got to get out of the situations and the people that make me feel like I'm not good enough, that make me feel like I never have enough. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough energy. I don't have, enough emotionally to give. The things that are just sucking you dry, especially emotionally. That's what I feel like you guys are letting go of this month, because there's a sense with synergy of like, I want to be happy. Like, it should not be this hard. It should not be this much of a struggle. And so I feel like you guys have been sitting on that for a while. And this month, you are having important conversations that are going to move you out of this confusion and into this synergy. So the energies of luck and abundance are really supporting your happiness this month, as well as your communication and your ability to set boundaries for yourself to honor your peace. So that's very, very exciting. I am wishing you guys the best. I'm wishing you a happy, healthy month ahead. Feel free to come back and let me know how this pans out for you. I love hearing about what's going on in your lives. But with that, I think that's all I've got, and I will see you next time around. Take care. Bye.